feeling funky, amps in a junk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill with my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down.
But she can see that you're doing it wrong.
In this video, we can talk about energy and how it is displaced throughout the backflip as both potential energy and kinetic energy. At the beginning of the backflip, or the preload phase, potential energy is initially non-zero while kinetic energy is equal to 0. As he lifts off from the ground, there is a decrease in potential energy as well as an increase in kinetic energy. During the mid-flight phase, potential energy is at a maximum as well as kinetic energy being 0. On his way down, a decrease in potential energy happens as well as an increase in kinetic energy. In the landing phase, potential energy is back at non-zero while his kinetic energy is at 0.
Newton's first law states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon. This is the best way to illustrate the reason why we don't fly into space. When airborne, gravity is acting upon us and thus pushes us back down. If there was no gravity, then no force would be acting on us and we will stay in motion and float off into space. If a person was to stand still on a trampoline, then that person will remain at rest until acted upon by an outside force. Newton's second law of motion is the relationship between an object's mass, its acceleration, and the applied force. Last, Newton's third law explains the reason why we are able to jump. It states that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For example, when a person bounces down on the trampoline, the spring reacts and pushes the same force upwards. This spring force of a trampoline is also similar to the spring force of a diving board.
In order to perform a forward motion in the air, it is important that the direction of force applied is correct. For example, in order to jump, we must apply force to the ground to accelerate up into the air, such as shown in the video here.
Yeah, Brent!
The movement of this performer will only rise but not moving forward because the force that was applied to the trampoline was downward. You can see that this performer started by hopping forward to gain some momentum before he performed his front flip into the foam pit. The legs then step against the trampoline in the opposite direction, which is a backward along with a downward manner, to the intended movement, which is forward and upward before the jump. After the jump, the body will be moving forward, also as well as moving up, resulting in a diagonal motion in midair.
The principle of conservation of angular momentum is important when performing rotations while airborne. In order for an individual to successfully execute a flip or twist, as seen here,
Travis was obviously up.
they have to have enough linear and angular momentum. During the up phase of the jump, the individual has to reach a necessary height to execute the type of angular motion they want to perform. If the height is not obtained, then this could lead to an incompletion of angular motion and failed task or flip, as seen here.
A major factor in performing a successful jumping motion is represented by the continuity of joint moment and forces. If you perform an appropriate timing and coordinated movement of your joints and your body, then you can perform a successful jump or flip as seen here. But if there is an inappropriate movement of joints or timing, then this could lead to a jerky or unsuccessful jump or flip occurring.